Hi, I'm Tracy, VE3TWM. Thank you for tuning in to Outdoors on the Air. There is little doubt that the Icom 7300 marks a turning point in the evolution of HF ham radio gear. This newer rig sets the bar very high for an entry-level HF transceiver from a performance and feature perspective. It offers software-defined radio capability at a low-end price point with a more traditional ham radio operating experience through its form factor and front panel controls. Take a look at the reviews for the 7300 on eHam, and you understand why operators are moving to it in droves. It seems almost every time I tune in an HF QSO in progress, one of the ops is running a 7300. There are plenty of YouTube videos extolling the virtues of this landmark transceiver, but this video is not about the 7300. Instead, I'm going to tip you off to a related phenomenon that is going to provide ham radio operators with a real benefit in the near future. The popularity and capability of the 7300 is having a major impact on the used gear market. This transformation is going to lead to lower prices for older, less sophisticated gear, and to some extent lower prices on some higher-end rigs. Just before I describe what I'm referring to, I'd like to address the used ham radio market. In my 25-plus years of having been a licensed ham, I have owned more than a dozen different HF transceivers. Of those, only 2 were purchased new from a ham radio dealer. My experience has shown me that buying used gear can provide tremendous value for your hard-earned dollars. If you're careful and willing to put a bit of research into the purchase of a used transceiver, you can maximize your money spent and end up with a new-to-you rig that will provide many hours of enjoyment. Okay, let's address the matter at hand in regard to the 7300. Never before has a rig offered such a high level of performance and features for such a low price. The Icom 7300 is currently selling at dealers in the United States for about $1,100. Due to the 7300's tremendous reputation and popularity, that $1,100 price point has become pivotal on the used market. To a much greater extent than any other transceiver before it, the 7300 has clearly defined a price level beyond which a used rig must offer a significant increase in performance, feature set, or prestige in order to warrant a higher cost. What this means to you is that the price points of what we used to consider high-quality used rigs will be dropping significantly in the coming months, as those people shopping in the used market compare what they could get in a new 7300 to the older model. If you take a look at what the used market has been like for the past number of years, you'll discover many older rigs that fall far short in comparison to the 7300 have been retaining a value higher than their performance and feature set merit. Asking prices in the $500 to $800 range for 20 to 30-year-old HF radios just do not make sense anymore. I'm sorry if I'm offending those who have older rigs they cherish. I understand that emotional attachment can add to the perceived value of a radio, but that emotional attachment does not translate into what the market will pay. The good news in all of this is that cash-strapped or frugal hams that are looking for a first rig or a backup will soon find prices of high-quality used gear dropping. I'll give you a personal example. The Icom 7300 replaced the IC 7410 in Icom's lineup, but they are nowhere near the same radio. The 7300's technological advancements over the 7410 are clear. I was in the market for a more modern base rig, but I did not want to pay for a new 7300. For me, the 7410's feature set was desirable, so when I found a used 7410 for a very good price, I purchased it. The seller recognized the impact the 7300 has had on the market and priced the 7410 accordingly. This 7410 cost me about $500 Canadian less than I would have paid for a new 7300. A used 7410 prior to the release of the 7300 would have cost me several $100s more. And if you can buy a recent model quality transceiver like the 7410 for considerably less than the price of a new 7300, imagine what today's real value of a 10 or 20-year-old Icom, Yaesu, or Kenwood is. What's the bottom line? The 7300 is an amazing rig, priced near the bottom of the new transceiver food chain. Go for one if you want it. But if, like me, you'd like to pay less for a quality used rig, there has never been a better time, and I predict the prices on those rigs will fall even more over the next couple of years. Thank you, Icom.